All right, folks, the indictment against New York City Mayor Eric Adams has just been unsealed. CBS News senior coordinating producer for crime and public safety, Anna Schecter, is joining me now to talk about what she's learning. So this indictment is unsealed. Anna, walk us through the charges and how serious they appear to be.
Sure. Well, we are seeing allegations of federal crimes related to receiving illegal campaign contributions through straw donors from foreign entities. So people would pose and say, hey, I'm an American citizen, I'm giving you this money, when actually it was from a foreign government, one of which is Turkey. And then we also see an allegation that the campaign received upwards of $10,000 in public funds that were supposed to go to the government, but actually were diverted to the campaign. So that's another big allegation. Another thing we were expecting, that Turkish officials gave him and his inner circle upgrades on Turkish Airways, flying to France, China, Sri Lanka, India, Hungary, and Turkey itself. So a lot of details of the perks that Adams and his inner circle received from the Turkish government, Turkish officials, or people close to Erdogan, not just the money going to his campaign, although that is probably the most serious charge, but also perks surrounding, lifestyle things like getting a free upgrade of flying first class to foreign countries. So a lot of details, and we are still going through this indictment, but we can probably expect to hear sentencing guidelines shortly. And of course, Adams continues to deny those charges. We're expecting to hear from him any minute now. He's going to be giving a press conference.
Yeah, what's remarkable, Anna, to me, is that the indictment accuses the mayor of this corruption even before his inauguration. They accuse the federal government accuses the mayor of accepting and seeking illegal campaign contributions to his 2021 mayoral campaign, as well as other things, value from foreign nationals. And it continued throughout his inauguration. The indictment says that he began preparing for his next election by planning on soliciting more illegal contributions and then granting requests from those who had supported his 2021 mayoral campaign.
That's exactly right. And it all boils down to bribery, fraud, and soliciting illegal foreign campaign donations for that 2021 campaign. And then, as you just said, looking ahead to his next run. And he would have been facing, and at this time is facing, a June 2025 race, and it's a competitive one. So you have 4 other Democrats who have already thrown their hat in the ring, who want to take on the role of mayor. So there is so much going on, so much politics, and the U.S. attorney in the Southern District has been working on this case for probably at least a year. And as we know, last November, the head of Adams' campaign fundraising team, her home was raided. Also, the home of his staffer who handled relations with foreign entities. Her home was raided, and back in November, his electronic devices were taken by federal investigators back then. And again, this morning, that's 11 months later, there were upwards of a dozen federal agents who raided Gracie Mansion, according to his lawyer, and again took his phone. His lawyer is saying we would have happily handed that over and that was all for show. Our WCBS cameras were there at Gracie Mansion early this morning at 6 a.m. when those federal investigators showed up at his home. And now we expect to see him down in giving a press conference. We also have a team down in Lower Manhattan, right by the courthouse, where this indictment was unsealed in court this morning, just a few minutes ago.
All right, let's, Anna, just stand by for a moment while we bring in attorney Rebecca Roiphe, who's joining us now to talk a little bit about this. Rebecca, the allegations in this indictment are wide-ranging, and they are very, very, very specific. As Anna mentions, the investigation began over a year ago. And what I find absolutely remarkable is not only what Anna pointed out, which is the fact that the mayor is accused of accepting illegal donations to his campaign campaign and having gifts bestowed upon him, including discounted Turkish airline flights to France, Turkey, China, India, and Hungary. I always thought it was weird, being a born and raised New Yorker, that the New York City mayor was traveling to all of these countries and these cities. Oftentimes, he would say, in his role as mayor of New York City, not as just as a vacation, but also this, Rebecca, which the feds accused the mayor of circumventing the city's campaign finance donation limits by funneling large donations through several employees, which we've started to see the fallout of that as people have either resigned or have been caught up in this dragnet of the feds. And it says that the mayor defrauded New York City by illegally using straw donations to reap matching public funds. Describe that word defraud, because I think if you're a New Yorker, you're like, how did this affect me as a New Yorker? The mayor's defrauding me as a citizen of this city?
Well, absolutely. I mean, that's what corruption is. Essentially, it's depriving the citizens of New York of the kind of government that they deserve, which is honest services provided and, honest government. And so that is, in fact, a kind of fraud. But yes, as you said, this is like a far-reaching indictment. It covers a great deal of conduct. It's bribery, conspiracy, election contribution fraud, and all of these charges through this what seems like, if they can prove it, a fairly elaborate scheme.
And this has, there is a safety aspect to what the feds are alleging here, Rebecca, which is specifically that the mayor pressured the city's fire department to approve the opening of a new high-rise consulate for Turkey in Midtown Manhattan in time for a visit by the Turkish president. And he did so even though he knew that the building had failed a fire inspection. The indictment says it was his turn to repay the Turkish official, referencing the mayor.
Right. I mean, and this is a perfect example of what we were just talking about. Why is this a fraud? Why does it matter if the citizens of New York are deprived of honest leadership? And the reason why is because this is a public trust. The mayor is a public official who owes a public trust to the people, and this is the kind of way in which that public trust is violated. And by doing so, he puts people at risk or deprives them of what they deserve, which is a mayor who is looking out for their interests rather than taking a segment of the population who has lined his pockets and providing them with whatever it is that those people want at the expense of the citizens of this city.
The other thing I'm curious about, Rebecca, and you can perhaps share with our viewers your perspective on this, is how the mechanisms involved in bringing an indictment, a federal indictment, against a powerful politician like a mayor or any citizen. It strikes me that the feds have a very, very, very good track record and a good conviction rate. They don't just bring frivolous lawsuits the way some small town prosecutor or DA might. When they're going after somebody, the investigation takes quite a bit of time, and we know this investigation has been ongoing for almost a year. And so just describe for us how that happens.
So absolutely, the federal government will initiate an investigation, and that investigation goes on for a very long time. In recent years, the Supreme Court has in fact narrowed the bribery statutes and related statutes having to do with corruption. So you know that if the federal government is going forward, federal investigators and prosecutors are going forward, they have that in mind, which means that they have thought of and addressed these narrow definitions in order to make sure that this particular indictment will survive challenges in the court. And so, in addition to having to develop these facts over a long period of time through subpoenas and through, as you said, the many executed search warrants and seized phones of public officials that we've been hearing about so far, they build the case slowly and they build it up from the lower people involved to those at the very top, like the mayor.
All right, folks, if you are just joining us here at CBS News 24/7, we are expecting New York City Mayor Eric Adams to address reporters, to address the citizens of this city after a federal indictment which was just unsealed this morning, which alleges that the mayor engaged in bribery and alleges that he engaged in corrupt dealings with governments of other countries, including specifically the government of Turkey. So Mayor Eric Adams is expected to speak any moment now. We've got cameras and have had cameras in front of Gracie Mansion all morning long. The mayor last night spoke to reporters suggesting that he was being targeted because he was doing the business of New York City. But of course, as you just heard from Rebecca Roiphe, our attorney and our contributor at CBS News, the federal government, when they bring an indictment, these investigations take quite a bit of time before they are actually, before someone is indicted.